After suffering through a freshman season of 1-10, we have had 3 straight winning seasons and look forward tonight to winning our 3rd consecutive bowl game.
Stopped the game's 6th all-time leading rusher. LT's led the nation the last 2 years. Tonight he has one more obstacle to run over. But he has a supreme test. Southern Miss's defense fears no one, is found frequently among the nation's top 10. They're tough to score on, but tonight they have to stop LT.
Train your eyes. Make sure you see what you see before you commit on a play or anything, because he's a great running back. He'll find the holes. He's very instinctive. You can't really get a good shot on him. He's very elusive.
The first guy never brings him down. He keeps his legs pumping, so we're going to have to gang tackle him.
They're a cocky team, so I'm going to come out and try to hit him in the mouth.
The Christmas spirit in the South. We welcome you to the 2nd ever GMAC Mobile, Alabama Bowl. All the way to the championship game. The bowl season begins with the GMAC Mobile, Alabama Bowl. Raymond Walls with the return for Southern Miss. Across the 15. He's pulled down at the 16. Tackle made by Jared Smitherman for TCU. All right, let's check those starting lineups. Southern Miss's quarterback is Jeff Kelly. His 2nd year as a starter. He's earned his degree in just 3 years. But as Jerry mentioned, sacked 60 times. Back behind him, senior Kelby Nance will get the start. You'll see a lot of Dwayne Woods. Danny Fowler is one of the 3 receivers. They get Leroy Handy back at some point tonight. That's a big deal. He's not starting, but he's a 40-catch man. Mills is the best pass catcher on this team with 55 on the season. A first down pass out of the gun for Kelly. It is complete to the 24-yard line. Pass was caught by Handy, so he came out in the starting lineup. A late change for Southern Miss. Let's check them out offensively up front. They've had so many injuries up here. Billy Clay, the center, has played 3 different positions in a game at some point this year. Goes up against an unbelievable defense, #1 in the nation.
Aaron Schobel is the all-time leader at TCU in sacks in career and also one of the great All-Americans in this country.
After a pickup of 7, it's 2nd and 3 for Jeff Kelly. And movement on that right side brings a flag here to start the game. Orlando Dantzler, the tight end, was being pointed to. As you have in most bowl games, neutral crew. This one from the Big Ten. And they have whistled play right away. So the false start on Dantzler will push him back 5 yards. Patterson, the defensive coordinator, does the signaling from the sideline. The defense for TCU, which is that top-ranked unit, does not huddle. And that's the man to keep your eye on, senior from Columbus, Texas, Aaron Schobel. Making an adjustment to the game clock, I believe. After the flag came down, the clock ran a little bit farther down. We mentioned this Southern Miss team is 7-4. They opened 6-1, lost 3 of their last 4, and that man was besieged because of injuries up front.
Well, he had to run for his life most of the season. Interesting here in these first few snaps, they're coming out in some shotgun. The coach has made it very clear that 1st and 10 for Southern Miss tonight is crucial because they cannot afford to get into 2nd long and 3rd long. First play of the game, they pick up some valuable yards and they go back 5. So this is not where they want to be in 2nd long.
Especially in a situation where they can, this number 14, Aaron Schobel, is as good a defensive player as I've seen in the tapes this year. I'm interested in the fact and see 6'4", 260, the way he comes off that corner, Kurt.
He's got great speed from the outside, and they're going to probably, that's the thing, they're going to may have to double team him at times,
yes,
especially in obvious passing downs.
Well, getting the clock adjusted properly, and time was reset. It was reset by 1 second on your screen, but it was 11 seconds in the stadium, back to 14-13. You see their problems. They turned it over much more in the last 4 games. 13 of this team's 21 turnovers came in that 1-3 finish. So after the 5-yard flag, it's 2nd and 8 for Southern Miss. And Jeff Kelly throws. Caught by Sean Mills. His leading receivers out by the 28-yard line, right at the 1st and 10 line. Let's give you the rest of the TCU defense. 2 linebackers, top 2 tacklers on the team. Chad Baer, number 1. Shannon Brazil, number 2. It's an interesting defensive setup, Kirk.
Well, it's a 4-2-5. They have 5 defensive backs. The guy to keep an eye on is number 18, Curtis Fuller. He's really the quarterback of the defense. He is responsible for making the audibles. The defense will audible as at the line of scrimmage to make sure they're in the proper defense every snap.
Option on 3rd and 1, and Dwayne Woods came into the game and lost his footing. And they can't pick up a yard with a quick option, so it will be a punt for Southern Miss. So that TCU defense gets Southern Miss off the field right away, and Mark Hallman, sophomore from Vicksburg, Mississippi, who had a couple blocked this year, comes in. Both teams are very solid in special teams. LeVar Veal is back deep to receive. Took one back 85 yards earlier this year. Hallman's kick is a nice one. Veal will take it at the 30. Had a nice block and room to run, LeVar Veal. The punter brings him down at the 41-yard line. 29 yards the return. So the senior from San Antonio has put TCU in great field position. And tonight during our broadcast, we have cable cam with us, suspended above the sidelines. We'll move with Veal on this return.
Interesting there that Mark Hallman, the kicker, makes a nice open field tackle. Could you believe it?
He did.
He did. That was a pretty good hit for a kicker.
If you want to call it a tackle.
Oh, I mean, well, he got him down. He got him down.
He got him down.
He wrapped up something we don't see in the NFL that well. Best opening drive field position of the season for TCU and quarterback Casey Printers. Drew a flag, and throwing right away is Printers. B.J. Roberts had a knee down when he made the catch. And we'll check the flag. Obviously, Southern Miss at the top of their defensive line. The left side looked to be offside. So Printers and company will probably be in a 1st and 5 situation. Yes, they will be. Well, Casey Printers, sophomore quarterback from DeSoto, Texas. His record in 2 years as a starter, 18-3. And obviously, he has the man who was 4th in the Heisman balloting behind him. Also, George Lane, a good fullback. And as for their receivers, Tim Maiden, the top pass catcher, and he caught 19 this year. Tells you what TCU does for a living. They feed it to 5. They might try to loosen up Southern Miss with more passes in the early going. Option with Tomlinson. Canadian Tomlinson pushed out of bounds, but after a 1st down, nudged out at the 25-yard line. I'll give him 11 yards there. Check the rest of the offensive front. See this starting 5? They started every game last year, every game this year. 24 games in a row they've been together. They go up against Southern Miss defensively.
Cedric Scott, number 96, is a co-defensive player of the year for Conference USA. 4'6", 40, 275 pounds.
Again, 2nd in the country in yards allowed, 8th in the country in points allowed. The weakest portion of this defense is their run D, but it still ranks 21st in the land. That's Tomlinson out as a receiver and in motion. Printers throws to the fullback, George Lane. Lost the football, but it's recovered by one of his offensive linemen. Oh, good advantage for TCU to hold on to possession after Jeff Bauer's team forced Lane to put it on the ground. Jeff Milliken came up with the recovery.
Chad Williams, number 9, is the defensive free safety who comes up. Watch him, gets broken down, hits him with his shoulder right there, and drove it by Kirk. He drove that shoulder right into the football and caused the fumble.
A lot of times you'll find those defensive backs will try to put their helmet or their shoulder right in the ball, and obviously there it popped it loose. I don't know if he was looking forward to having to tackle George Lane there in the open field.
So what would have been a gain of about 9 becomes a gain of 5. Second down run for Lane again, and he has the first down at the 11. Well, the junior from Alvin, Texas, gets the ball back in his hands right away. The back 7 for Southern Miss. They get Roy McGee back. Very good linebacker. Missed the last 2.5 games with an ankle injury. And their secondary.
Secondary is the thing that it'll be, in my mind, key tonight because, Mike, you mentioned it. TCU is going to try to throw. The secondary, the safeties, you look at Raymond Walls and Leo Barnes, number 1 and number 2 on the team in tackles. They love to be aggressive and up into the line of scrimmage. TCU is going to try to throw to stretch that defense a little bit.
First and 10 from the 12. Tomlinson looks to bounce outside. Shows you a little bit of what he has, the strength and the power to keep going after the initial hit. 7 yards.
I talked to LT this morning about this defense, and he was so excited to have a chance to show the nation that he is the real deal. You can see the power, breaking the tackles. You got to do more than have an arm tackle on LT. You have to be able to get in front of him and try to wrap up, and there he's able to break some tackles and pick up some valuable yards.
TCU has scored 43 out of the 44 times in the red zone. 31 TDs, 13 field goals.
That is solid.
And that is amazing.
Because they run it like that with Lane short of the goal line. But enough, I believe, for a first down, so they're going to have 4 cracks from less than a yard out. They did not turn it over inside the 20 this year. It's an efficient offense, and it's an offense with just a little bit of question tonight. We don't know exactly what we're going to see from them.
Well, I was going to mention that tonight Mike Schultz is going to call his first game because in the past, Dennis Francione, the head coach, was basically the offensive coordinator, and he called all the plays. Mike Schultz tonight calling his first game, and I got to say, in this first drive, I love the way he's mixing the play action with the run. It's been very effective so far.
On first and goal, Tomlinson. He is stopped. Brought back, and the man Lee is highlighted at the beginning of the game. Cedric Scott from Gulfport, Mississippi, made the play.
If you're going to stop a football team on a goal line, the first thing you got to do is penetration. And that time, watch the entire Southern Mississippi defensive line go into the backfield. One of the things I used to use, Kirk, as a coaching point was create a line of scrimmage beyond the line of scrimmage. Get behind those guys, and they did a terrific job, didn't they?
They sure did. They got in there, and B.J. Roberts, the tight end, who was trying to block Cedric Scott. I don't think he even saw him.
From the 4, receiver LaTerrence Dunbar in the backfield with Printers, who calls timeout. So Casey Printers and company will get comfortable before second and goal from the 4. Opening TCU drive of the game.
This ESPN Classic program is brought to you by Planters. Instinctively good.
Taste, naturally nutritious. Planters, instinctively good.
They emerged from the muck, hungry for new Campbell's chunky, fully loaded soup with extreme amounts of meat to feed an NFL-size hunger. And yes, Mom, they washed their hands before they ate. Introducing Campbell's Chunky Fully Loaded in the black can.
Extreme power of Energizer Lithium, the world's longest-lasting AA battery and high-tech devices. Energizer, keep going.
Pop quiz. It's time to register for winter term. But Katie used up most of her scholarships, grants, and federal loans. So how does she get the extra cash for college? A, wrecking sumo wrestlers. B, go on a game show. C, be a deodorant sniffer. Or D, call the Strive Student Loans. The correct answer is D. With an Strive student loan, you can borrow what you need for your education-related expenses. So forget high-interest credit cards. You can even save money and interest when you add a cosigner with good credit. And you get to choose the way you want to repay, including waiting till after you graduate. The Strive Student Loans. It's the smart way to borrow. Or you can always be a human sushi roll.
Strive student loans. Applying is fast and free, so go online to strive406.com or call 1-800-671-2685 now.
This holiday season, history will be rewritten.
A missing page from the diary of John Wilkes Booth. Your great-great-granddaddy planned the assassination of President Lincoln.
It can't be. Now a quest to clear his family's name has revealed a mystery he'd never expected.
The President's Secret Book. It's a myth.
And the clues within its pages will take them on the greatest adventure in history. National Treasure, Book of Secrets, rated PG, now playing.
GMAC Mobile, Alabama Bowl, scoreless. Gary Patterson's team stopped Southern Miss on the opening drive. Good punt return, good field position. Now 2nd and goal after the loss of 3. Long count by Printers. They'll go option. Casey tried to turn it up and only got a yard or so. Roy McGee from his linebacker spot. The pressure from Chad Williams as well.
It's a play you'll see typically in college football when you get inside that 5-yard line. The way defenses like to play pressure and man on the outside, you're either going to have the ability to pitch it quickly to the tailback, or an athletic quarterback can fake that pitch and dive underneath. And I think that's what Printers wanted to do there.
Southern Miss is obviously not going to let Tomlinson run the ball.
That's right.
So they're going to make the quarterback run it on the option.
They were ready for that. They definitely scouted that play out.
2 tight ends, 1 receiver to the near side on 3rd down, and Printers will throw. Stayed behind the line, pump, and threw the touchdown to Lane. Use of the pump fake. Gets TCU on the board. George Lane, a good receiver. That's his 3rd touchdown catch on the season. Kalaki on for the extra point. Missed just 1 this season. And out of the hold of Matt Schobel, puts TCU on top. They scored on an opening drive for the 7th time in 12 games this year.
Well, Casey Printers has worked hard in the offseason to become more of a mobile quarterback there. He has a little bit of a shake, buying as much time as possible back to the end zone. Touchdown for TCU.
It's alive inside. Please drink responsibly.
The sun used to make our outdoor deck and patio space so hot and uncomfortable, we couldn't use it.
But then we discovered the Sunsetter retractable awning.
It provides instant protection from the sun's harmful rays.
It keeps our patio about 20 degrees cooler.
And now you can get your Sunsetter for as little as $398 when you call now to get this $200 discount certificate and free awning idea kit.
Call now for your free awning idea kit and $200 discount certificate. Call 1-800-393-1128.
It's an NBA Christmas Eve event. There'll be magic in the air, as well as LeBron, Kobe, and of course, a little Christmas morning. Monday, 4 classic NBA games starting at noon on ESPN Classic. Then catch a Christmas Day doubleheader on ABC. The ESPN College Football Game of the Week. First, National Powers battle on ESPN and ABC. Then, ESPN Classic takes the best game and re-airs it Sunday morning. The ESPN College Football Game of the Week, 9 a.m. Sundays on ESPN Classic.
Now, get big arms, a ripped chest, and cut abs with the Perfect Push-Up. The Perfect Push-Up works with the natural rotation of your arms and shoulders to maximize results and minimize stress on your body. With the Perfect Push-Up, your hands, arms, and shoulders rotate 90 degrees, just like in a punch. All the energy of a push-up is captured and transmitted right where you want it, to the muscles. There's no wasted effort, just muscle-building movement. And as your arms rotate, you feel it work in your biceps, your triceps, your chest and abs, and your shoulders. Invented by a U.S. Navy SEAL and made with steel and a ball-bearing movement, it's the push-up perfected. So here's the deal. The perfect push-up is only 2 payments of $19.95. When you order, you'll receive 2 perfect push-up rotational handles, and you'll also receive the Navy SEAL-inspired perfect push-up workout chart. You'll be ripped in no time. Get big fast. Call right now for the perfect push-up.
Call 1-800-543-0376.
It's very important here that Southern Mississippi, who's lost 3 of the last 4 ball games, comes back here now, Kirk and Mike, and answers, because they're psychologically down right now.
Raymond Walls, the deep man, takes the Keilaki kick at the 4. One nice move, but snowed under. Only gets it out to the 16. The man who caught the touchdown lane, and the offense will rest to watch the nation's top-ranked defense go to work against the junior quarterback, very intelligent quarterback in Jeff Kelly.
But Jeff Kelly needs to come out here early in this game. Lee mentioned answering, and a lot of times people point to the quarterback. It's interesting, though. They're coming out, they're spreading the offense, and they're playing a lot in the shotgun here in these first few snaps, trying to get him away from the pressure.
First drive started at the 17, this one at the 18. And the pass is caught by, no, dropped by Handy. Had his hand on it, but was separated from the ball quickly. Remember, he is just coming back from injury. A broken scapula, didn't play the last about month of the season, so hasn't taken contact in a while.
Handy should have had this ball, although it was thrown a little bit to his outside. He's got to make that catch. Remember, I think it's a good call by the Southern Miss to put him in a shotgun. Remember, the guy's had 60 sacks. Yo, do something different. Good maneuver.
It helps also the offensive line, probably as healthy as they've been in a long, long time.
Second down run goes nowhere. Not uncommon for runs against TCU. Chad Bear led the charge to tackle Kelby Nance. We talked about this defense. Nothing speaks more than those numbers right there.
You know, TCU, if you look at their conference, they play in the WAC. We heard all year about LaDainian Tomlinson, what a great running back he has been. But if you talk to people close to their program, they talk about the defense quite a bit, and they talk about how they've been able to shut teams down. And of course, LT goes out and he steals the headlines with the big yardage.
3rd and 11, tough down for Kelly, throws on the run, incomplete. He stepped up in the pocket, saw Kenneth Johnson, could not get it to him on the run.
It seems like the last 2 or 3 years in college football, we've had a team in that second tier they've had the offensive big name like a Sean King at Tulane, but they played very good defense. Chad Pennington and Marshall last year, they played very good defense, and now this year it's TCU with LaDainian Tomlinson, and of course the Frogs this year played superior defense.
But it's interesting also, remember, when Dennis Francione got there with Gary Patterson, their first year they were 40th in the nation in total defense. They've now moved to 1. That is absolutely amazing to me. And this has got to be the weirdest looking punt situation I've ever seen. Look at it. Looks like Pop Warner, doesn't it? What are they trying to do here, Kirk? Tell me.
Fake him out.
Forget about it.
Punt by Hallman is another nice one. Veal at the 38. They avoided the block in the back, but could not avoid the oncoming Southern Miss players. Brought down at the 40-yard line. Pickup of just 2. Byron Gill made the tackle.
People ask if couples on the eHarmony commercials are real or actors. Well, they're 100% real.
We actually kind of joke because we'll find ourselves talking about the same things they say on the commercials, and then we're like, what are we saying?
Nathan and Angela are a real-life eHarmony couple who are matched based on 29 dimensions of compatibility.
You have a commitment to it, to finding the right person.
It takes you through a process, too, that it's so in-depth and so detailed.
You're trying to get past all the surface stuff and find out more about the person.
eHarmony is a whole different world from those other dating sites.
Everything I would have asked for her, she has that, and then everything else I forgot to put down.
And saw his profile, and I was like, ooh, that's the one.
Discover for yourself what it's like to be matched based on compatibility. Log on to eHarmony.com today and review your matches for free. eHarmony.com.
Stay focused for the next 60 seconds. That's all the time I have to tell you the truth about HD television. The truth your cable company doesn't want you to hear. Cable wants you to believe they're keeping up with HD capacity. They're not. But DirecTV is. Get over 70 of the best national channels in HD now, and up to 100 by the end of the year, only on DirecTV. Cable doesn't even come close to that. Plus, DirecTV includes your favorite local channels in HD. Call now for the best and the most in HD. Do you know what else? Packages start at only $29.99 per month, and you can add HD access to any package for an additional $9.99. Compare that to your cable bill. There are no startup costs, no equipment to buy, and professional installation is free. Call now. You also get a free HD receiver or DirecTV DVR upgrade from America's #1 HD provider. Time's up. Make the call.
Weeknights, ESPN News keeps you current. Warm up with pregame analysis. Stay up to date with Game Time Live look-ins and a recap of the night's action on postgame. Weeknights starting at 7, only on ESPN News.
The stakes high, the competition hot, but the rewards oh so cool. The 2007 Russo and Steele car auction every Tuesday 10 Eastern on ESPN Classic.
Don't watch this. Next question.
Rising stars, inspiring leaders, legends.
I didn't jerk on you too hard, did I? No.
60 Minutes on Classic brings you heroes, hopefuls, and heavy hitters.
Every time I drink a bottle of water, I make a bogey.
When the biggest names in sports go one-on-one with the best reporters in the business.
I consider myself brutally honest.
You'll see what really makes them tick. 60 Minutes on Classic, a brand new season. Fridays 10 Eastern on ESPN Classic.
TCU leads by 7 in the first game for Gary Patterson, taking over for Dennis Franchione, who is in the stadium here tonight. A late arrival. Pass is incomplete, dropped by LaTerrence Dunbar. Penalty markers down on the near side. Dunbar, the sophomore, out of Dallas. TCU had an ineligible player downfield, so that will bring them back. There is Dennis Franchione, now the head coach at Alabama, and most of his staff will be with his TCU staff will be with him at Alabama, except for the head coach Patterson and Mike Schultz, who's doing the play calling here this evening. All of the other assistants will be Alabama assistants with Franchione. Most of them, except for one, are here back in their old TCU jobs for one final night. This is kind of an auld lang syne night in so many ways for TCU, including 26 seniors. Printers intercepted as he was being held. Leo Barnes, who's taken 3 back this season, has another one. Touchdown! Hannah will come on to try the extra point to tie the game. Out of the hold of the punter Mark Hallman, Hannah didn't miss an extra point this year. And the junior ties the game. 4th time this year he's kicked an extra point after a Leo Barnes interception.
This ESPN Classic program is brought to you by Fathead.com. The biggest players, the biggest moments, never looked so real.
Wouldn't it be great if you could carry all your favorite family photos with you in an album that's the size of a credit card? Well, now you can. Introducing Wallet Pix, the world's thinnest digital photo album that lets you carry all your favorite photos right in your pocket. So they're always right there with you to share and enjoy. Look, it's the size of a credit card, yet it holds over 50 of your favorite photos. It fits right in your wallet, your handbag, or just slip it in your pocket. And once again, all your special memories are right there, ready to be enjoyed with everyone. Perfect for carrying your favorite family and vacation photos, special occasion shots, pictures of your children or grandchildren. Just think, over 50 of your favorite photos right here in this pocket-sized digital photo album. That's easy to take with you. All you do is plug Wallet Pix into your computer and select the photos you want to take with you. It's that easy. There's even a built-in stand and a slideshow feature that changes the photos automatically, so you can proudly display your photos. With Wallet Pix, you can pass around your favorite photos the same way you used to pass around your little brag book. And it's easy to change your photos at any time. Or fill one with all your favorite photos and send it off to someone special for the gift that everyone will enjoy. So why leave all your favorite photos at home when now it's easy to take them with you with Wallet Pix, complete with our 60-day money-back guarantee for just 2 easy payments of $19.99. You'll also receive the USB cable for downloading your photos and our deluxe carrying case, a $30 value, yours free. But call right now and we'll double the offer and give you 2 Wallet Pix digital albums, 2 carrying cases, 2 USB cables, and our 60-day money-back guarantee, all for just 2 payments of $19.99. But you have to call now.
To order Wallet Pix, have your credit card ready and call 1-800-804-8330. That's 1-800-804-8330. Call now.
Get ready for Christmas basketball on ABC with ESPN Classic's Christmas event. ESPN Classic is gift wrapping 4 classic NBA games on the day before Christmas. There'll be magic in the air, as well as Shaq, LeBron, Kobe, KJ, and of course, a little Christmas morning. Monday, 4 classic NBA games starting at noon on ESPN Classic. And don't forget, ABC is your NBA destination for a Christmas Day doubleheader.
Early in the second quarter, with TCU and Southern Mississippi tied at 7, Brant Hanna missed a 37-yard field goal attempt that would have pulled the Golden Eagles ahead of the Horned Frogs. But with the score still deadlocked at 7, we rejoined the game late in the first half, right here on ESPN Classic.
3rd and 9 with Printers out of the shotgun. Sending 4 in the pattern. Pass is incomplete. Tomlinson lost his footing, but I don't think that ball would have been anywhere near LT.
One of the reasons why he didn't get it anywhere near LT is number 96, Cedric Scott, the kid I talked about at the beginning of the ball game. Did he come in there, Kirk, or what? Did you see him?
That's right.
Woo.
He was in there. It's the guy you talked about, right?
I'm telling you, he is a good-looking football player. And I interviewed yesterday. He was as good-looking, classy kid as we've seen as a defensive lineman this year.
Chris Kalaki from 47 yards would be his season long. He's 4 of 5 from between 40 and 49 this year. Not much wind to speak of. What there is helping slightly. Block! And this may be a touchdown! Absolutely! Swoop and score, perhaps! No, good job to get him by the punter, who is the holder, but Zane Houston comes up with the block recovery and puts them in excellent field position. So often in bowl games, special teams is a factor. John Nix up front with the penetration.
The rush comes right up the middle. You can see that they had some people leaping, but I think it was the penetration that actually was able to get inside there. And I'll tell you, Lee, we always talk about the long kicks and low trajectory, and this time it looks like it caught up to him.
One of the things you do against a soccer kicker, always go up the middle, because that's the weakness of a soccer kicker.
After the 31-yard return, Kelly looks for the touchdown. Incomplete. It should have been intercepted by LeVar Veal. Pass was intended for Sean Mills, the leading pass catcher for Southern Miss.
Sunday mornings, wake up to one more great college football game. The ESPN Game of the Week on ESPN Classic.
He's got great speed. Touchdown.
Here's the play. First, National Powers battle on ESPN and ABC. Then, ESPN Classic takes the best game and re-airs at 9 a.m. Sunday morning. Top teams, key rivalries, awesome college football. The ESPN College Football Game of the Week, 9 a.m. Sundays on ESPN Classic.
ABC, your NBA destination for a Christmas Day doubleheader. First, Dwayne Wade meets the Heat against King James and the Cavaliers. Then, a bitter rivalry is renewed when the Suns battle the Lakers. Coverage begins at 2 Eastern on ABC.
Some people call them shoes. I call them monuments. Tributes to athletic ability, agility, and real deal ability. Sir Charles earned his leather. Kobe got his. LeBron just got his 5th pair. Heck, even Moses had them, and boy, were they ugly. The signature shoe's about doing big things. It means you work so hard that someone wants your feet on their feet. We gonna wear your monument?
Inside that truck is something familiar, batteries. And if you think all batteries are the same, consider this. These batteries are going to the Mattel Children's Hospital, UCLA. Because here, they use the most technologically advanced equipment for the healing and the play. And to power all those toys, the people at Duracell packed up a truckload of batteries. Because nothing's better than power and a smile. Duracell, trusted everywhere.
I've always wanted to have a pool. To me, that was my dream.
If you've ever dreamed of the perfect swim, or exercise, fun with your family, or relaxation at the end of the day, order a free DVD or video to learn more about the endless pool. Your personal pool at home.
Nice and small, compact.
A regular pool, first of all, you have turns that you have to concentrate on. Here, it's endless. You're swimming in place, which is a great opportunity to be able to work on your stroke technique.
It's in your basement. Run downstairs, turn it on, you're there. It's like having a treadmill in your basement.
You know, I'll come downstairs and there'll be sometimes 7 or 8 kids in the pool, and they're always grabbing onto the bar, cranking it all the way up.
Indoors or outside.
Call 800-319-9716 or visit our website for a free DVD.
After the incompletion, 2nd and 10. Kelby Nance, the senior from Hattiesburg, gained about 8 yards to the 16. Before we get too far removed from that blocked field goal, credit Matt Schobel, the brother of the excellent defensive end Aaron Schobel, who was the holder there. He made a very nice tackle. He got up quick to make the play. There's the 3rd Schobel out here, a freshman, Bo Schobel, who is Aaron's brother. Matt related as well.
Talk about incredible genes. These guys are all just huge, the Schobels.
Good family fights. Bo is the cousin, Matt's the brother. Correct myself. 3rd and a couple. From the 17, though, trying to run for it against this defense and get the first down with Kelby Nance.
Kelby Nance, 6 foot 234, seems to have added a little bit of spark to this running game now to run it right at TCU. One of the ways, Kirk, as you know, you've been taught this, to beat a football team is to beat them at their strength and to demoralize them. This is supposed to be a great run defense, and they're running right at him, right?
They're running right at him. They're also having a lot of success where they lead with the guard, and then there's nobody outside there. And Torrin Tucker, that big guard, but look at this, how they bounce it to the outside. A lot of running room out there.
Nance got pulled down once he got to the 10-yard line. You could almost see in Charlie Owens' body language as he threw him down. You can't do this to us. But they are. Picked up 4 on 1st down.
Torrin Tucker, number 76, and you can tell by an offensive lineman when he starts to get into a groove. He's starting to go back in the huddle, and they're starting to move, and they're starting to clap their hands a little bit. They're feeling, and they're gaining the confidence that Lee talked about going up against this TCU defense that's ranked #1 in the country.
That kid's 6'6", 315 pounds.
And he can run. Watch him when he pulls.
Play pass here on 2nd down. Receiver broke open and complete. Terrell Broden, reserve tight end, was the man who had the pass thrown to him, but there was something open, I think, a second before.
One thing that happens when you're able to run the football, look at all the white jerseys follow the ball carrier. Perfect play call there with the play action fake, misdirection going the other way. Just a great play there by Curtis Fuller, the safety.
Curtis Fuller made a great play by moving his right hand in front of it and not putting his left hand. The left hand would have been pass interference.
On third down, incomplete for Bobby Garner, the tight end. He was all stretched out for it, couldn't pull it in. We've seen the last 2 field goals come up no good for each side. Now Jeff Bauer will turn to his junior, Brent Hanna. Twelve of 18 on the season. The miss before from 37. This one from 27. Scott Crowley's snap was good, and this kick was blocked. Oh, we mentioned at the very beginning that both teams were solid in special teams.
We also mentioned, Kirk and I did, keep your eye in the middle. Stuart Ashley, number 97, gets in there. We talked about it. Every time you get against a field goal kicker who's a soccer kicker, you go up the middle because that's his weakness. He doesn't get the ball up high enough, fast enough. And that's why they blocked it.
Tyrone Sanders also got a hand in there. I think it was a combo block. Sanders may have had it first and then deflected to Ashley. They could have had their choice. Well, the field goal kickers have combined for 0 for 3, and LT will try to turn things around, dancing for space. Gets it out to the 20-yard line and picked up just 3 yards.
Watch it come up the middle, see who gets it. Yep, yeah. Your man got it, Mike.
Sanders the first hand on it. So each team a couple of opportunities to extend or take the lead, I should say, but thwarted by blocked field goals. Casey Printers, 18-3 as a starting quarterback for TCU. Need to get to the 28 for a first down here. Try to get 5 with Tomlinson. Broke 2 tackles, but not the third. And Southern Miss will stop the clock here with 90 seconds to go.
Yesterday when we talked to the Southern Miss defensive players, they're all excited to have a chance to go up against LT. They're very respectful in everything that they said, but they did say he hasn't been hit. We're going to try to hit him. Leo Barnes, number 20, said, I'm going to hit him in the mouth. I'm going to hit him when he carries out his fakes. I'm going to hit him whenever I get a chance. And that's the thing that's going to be exciting in this second half, to see the Southern Miss defense going up head-to-head against LT.
They're holding him in check right now.
You got to remember one thing. TCU's defense is not playing too bad. In fact, they've got the Southern Miss offense shut out. The defense from Southern Miss has scored once. And the TCU offense has scored once. So that's a good defensive game. What do you expect with 1 versus 2?
That's right. Although you kind of sense that Southern Miss's offense is starting to find itself a little bit here.
I agree with you.
Latter part of the first half.
Some nice drives, not able to convert the field goals. The freshman John Brazil will kick. Kenneth Johnson, another freshman. Good returner too, 14 yards per return.
Oh, how's that foot feel?
Not good. Fair catch was signaled, but Johnson let it drop. And Brazil's going to get a very nice kick out of this. Let's go to Jerry Punch on the sideline.
A couple of special guests with me, Michael. Though, to my immediate right, Vice President of GMAC, Jim Farmer. To his right, the Honorable Mayor of Mobile, Mike Dow. Let's talk to Mr. Farmer first. And Jim, you guys at GMAC have got to be ecstatic about being involved with a second-year bowl that is a complete sellout.
We are extremely happy to be a part of this thing, and more importantly, for the kids zone, to see 2,000 local kids benefit from our involvement with this bowl. We're very, very pleased.
GMAC bringing kids here, giving them a hot dog and a T-shirt. Mayor, what does this bowl mean to Mobile? It's got to be huge.
Well, the economic impact is fantastic, but more importantly,
I think it gives our city a feeling of the joy of bringing America's first bowl game. You know, partnershiping with GMAC, and just making our city a better place to live.
Guys, thank you so much. A special night for Mobile and a special night for the GMAC kids in the Kids Zone. Michael?
Oh, absolutely, Jerry. Jerry emceed the banquet yesterday. What a pleasure it is to be here. The hospitality is wonderful. And this bowl, as we mentioned, many people said there's no way you can have a bowl game in Mobile, but it's been such a great community-involved event to get off the ground, and our colleague Mike Gottfried has taken no credit, but put a lot of energy, effort, and desire into helping get this bowl going, and our hats off to our friend Mike. After Kelly was tackled trying to scramble, it's 2nd and a dozen. Southern Miss is thinking about just get to halftime without a mistake here. They run the ball with Kelby Nance.
Speaking of fan support, how about the parade last night? I mean,
we killed him with the parade.
We killed him with the parade. It was.
Don't tell him.
It was 900 below zero, I hear. I mean, it's not good for the Chamber of Commerce. But what were all those people doing out there?
They say that parades here in Mobile, this is the birthplace of Mardi Gras. I mean, they know how to throw a parade, whether it's 10 degrees out or not.
TCU just took its final timeout, forced Southern Miss to snap it one more
There's
time.
a couple of guys who were in the parade last night. Look at them. I recognize them.
Mardi Gras.
I'm telling you now.
Mardi Gras started here in Mobile before it became more popular in New Orleans. Timeout.
If you owe taxes or are facing an IRS lien or wage garnishment, here's important news for you. Now there's a new program that will immediately end wage garnishments, remove IRS liens, and eliminate IRS tax penalties. Call right now to enroll in the Rapid Relief Program from Advantage Tax Resolution and have your tax liabilities reduced by up to 90%.
Hi, I'm Corbin Burnson for Advantage Tax Resolution. You know, tax problems can strike at any time, even if you've done nothing wrong. Advantage Tax Resolution was founded to help people just like you resolve your tax problems permanently.
I'd never been able to take on the IRS myself, but I got help. I had my tax lien removed and my debt reduced 90%.
Call right now to enroll in the new Rapid Relief Tax Resolution Program.
It's the last call you'll need to make about your taxes.
Call 800-573-5793 to find out more information about Advantage Tax Resolution's Rapid Relief Program.
Don't watch this. Next question.
Rising stars, inspiring leaders, legends.
I didn't jerk on you too hard, did I? No.
60 Minutes on Classic brings you heroes, hopefuls, and heavy hitters.
Every time I drink a bottle of water, I make a bogey.
When the biggest names in sports go one-on-one with the best reporters in the business.
I consider myself brutally honest.
You'll see what really makes them tick. 60 Minutes on Classic, a brand new season. Fridays 10 Eastern on ESPN Classic.
What are you?
Now, get big arms, a ripped chest, and cut abs with the perfect push-up. The perfect push-up works with the natural rotation of your arms and shoulders to maximize results and minimize stress on your body. With the perfect push-up, your hands, arms, and shoulders rotate 90 degrees, just like in a punch. All the energy of a push-up is captured and transmitted right where you want it, to the muscles. There's no wasted effort, just muscle-building movement. And as your arms rotate, you feel it work in your biceps, your triceps, your chest and abs, and your shoulders. Invented by a U.S. Navy SEAL and made with steel and a ball-bearing movement, it's the push-up perfected. So here's the deal. The perfect push-up is only 2 payments of $19.95. When you order, you'll receive 2 perfect push-up rotational handles, and you'll also receive the Navy SEAL-inspired perfect push-up workout chart. You'll be ripped in no time. Get big fast. Call right now for the perfect push-up.
Call 1-800-543-0376.
Happy holidays from all of us on our ESPN Thursday Night Football crew, starting the bowl season here on ESPN2. Hope your holiday shopping is done, especially for those of you who live in the Ohio area. I want you to fight Herbie tomorrow out in the mall shopping. Kelly takes a knee, and we take it to halftime. Southern Miss scored defensively, and their defense has contained LaDainian Tomlinson. Just 52 yards for LT on 14 carries, a man who averages 196 per game. Halftime of the GMAC Mobile, Alabama Bowl. Southern Miss 7, TCU 7.
Hey, it's Anna. Don't be late for my match.
They say a man should always dress for the job he wants. So why am I dressed up like a pirate in this restaurant? It's all because some hacker stole my identity. Now I'm in here every evening serving chowder and iced tea. Should have gone to freecreditreport.com. I could have seen this coming at me like an atom bomb. They monitor your credit and send you email alerts, so you don't end up selling fish to tourists in t-shirts.
Offer applies with enrollment and Triple Advantage.
Starting a new garden doesn't have to be back-breaking. Not when you have the Mantis Tiller Cultivator. It does all the hard work for you. The Mantis Tiller weighs only 20 pounds. It's easy for anyone to handle. The powerful 2-cycle engine spins the patented tines deep into the soil. They dig down, cutting through the hardest clay and tangled weeds. They're so tough, they're actually guaranteed never to break. Yet the Mantis maneuvers nimbly, even in the tightest places. Tilling, weeding, and cultivating have never been easier. Now you can get this amazing Mantis Tiller Cultivator at huge factory direct savings. Plus, we'll give you this border edger free. Use the Mantis for a full year. And if you're not delighted, return it for a prompt, no questions asked refund. Call now and we'll send you complete information. It's yours free with no obligation.
Call 1-800-754-0077. That's 1-800-754-0077. Call 1-800-754-0077 today.
Tonight, after 4 days of intense competition,
you could ask me my birthday and I wouldn't be sure.
The only thing standing between them and a fortune is each other. Duel, tonight at 8/7 Central on ABC. Start here.
It's an NBA Christmas Eve event. There'll be magic in the air, as well as LeBron, Kobe, and of course, a little Christmas morning. Monday, 4 classic NBA games starting at noon on ESPN Classic. Then catch a Christmas Day doubleheader on ABC.
The man who was fourth in the Heisman voting this year, the leader of the TCU offense, has been held in check 2 yards under his per carry average at the half. TCU and Southern Miss all tied at 7. We're set for the third quarter of the GMAC Mobile, Alabama Bowl. Mike Tirico, Lee Corso, Kirk Herbstreit, and Jerry Punch joins us here in a second. Well, gentlemen, as we look at the second half, what you expected with the top 2 defenses in the nation. Now look ahead. What do you think is going to happen?
Well, I think LT's got to run the football more. I think most great running backs get a rhythm and he's only run the ball 14 times. He averages 33 times every time he plays. And I think, Kirk, they got to give him the ball. I know there's 10 up there, 11 up there, but I think they got to give him the ball, let him get the rhythm, and then I think he'll break a big one.
Well, I think you got to mix up the play calling, which they tried to do, but Southern Miss right now, early in this game, they're putting a lot of people at the line of scrimmage because they don't really feel threatened by that passing game to this point, even though they've tried to get the ball downfield. You can see here down inside the 5-yard line, they had no success. They had great penetration. The safeties are up tight at the line of scrimmage. They're all dialed in on number 5, LaDainian Tomlinson. LaDainian's a great back, but he can only do so much. He has to have some help from the other offensive players.
I think if they continue to give the ball to him, though, I think he'll break a tackle, and I think he'll go all the way in a long one. That's what I think.
Well, you're probably right, because he's done it all year. The third quarter, this quarter coming up, is his dominating quarter, and that's really when he wears defenses down.
Remember, he's had 10 touchdown runs of over 63 yards, so he can go a long way quickly.
That one turnover that you saw, the difference in the game, Leo Barnes, interception return for touchdown. We start the second half with a kickoff that dies before it can get into the hands of Terrence Dunbar. Evan Hastings' leading kickoff return man is muted by that kick that stopped short. Here's Dr. Jerry Punch on the sideline.
Guys, at halftime is the first time as a head coach, Gary Patterson, although he's a defensive coordinator, still talked a little bit about offense. And as you said, Coach Corso, they are going to try to get LT on the boundary, going back to the option pitch to get LT outside, to get him more involved in the football game. And just before leaving the locker room, one of the offensive coaches turned to LT and said, LT, it's your quarter, man. Remember what we do in the third quarter, because this year they have outscored their opponents 91-3 in the third quarter. So watch out for LT coming your way on the outside.
Jerry,
Michael?
You're in locker rooms every Thursday night talking or listening to coaches talk to their teams. Give me a sense of what Patterson was like as a head coach in the locker room at halftime.
I thought he was outstanding. I thought he was very, very well organized. Obviously, he's following in Francione's footsteps. He told us he's a Francione disciple. Very organized with the defense, very organized with the offense, an entire team meeting when they first went in the locker room as well as when they came out. So I think he is going to set sail and do an outstanding job as the head man at TCU.
A holding penalty on the kickoff has slowed us down here momentarily, but obviously being the head coach at halftime and not just focusing on defensive adjustments, part of this learning curve we're watching tonight. And the official's microphone has been a problem during the night. It's a holding call on Southern Miss. That's very, very rare that you see the kicking team on a kickoff whistled for holding.
Very rare. It'd be interesting to see where are they going to re-kick, or
I think so.
Looks like the kicker's coming back out. But you know, Gary Patterson, very tough assignment, taking on this is the best defense that TCU has faced. I bet there's a little bit of a shock value right now in the huddle for TCU. They're looking around. They're accustomed to wearing teams down. Meanwhile, Southern Miss, they're not going anywhere right now as a defense.
Let me change that. The official pointed in the wrong direction. We'll be kicking off from the 45 now instead of the 35. The holding penalty obviously was on TCU.
Don't you usually push the team back if maybe the returns to the...
It must have been a hold before the return. Pre-possession foul.
Good. We got another one here. It's the way to start the second half. It's even better this way.
Well, you know, they have reset the clock back to 15 minutes here in the stadium. If it was a penalty, I believe the clock would stay at 14:48 where it was after the initial kickoff. It is even better this way.
The clock should read 14:07.
14:47.
47. Well,
killing a clock style.
You were close.
Well, Jeff Bauer, the head coach, Rod at halftime, along with Chris and Coach Curry, were talking about coaching and coaches who are being named into these jobs that are coming open. 2 vacancies left, including the Georgia job. Jeff is a freshman, was at the University of Georgia as a player, is from Roswell, Georgia, and there has been some discussion that he might be one of the candidates to take the Georgia job if offered. This will stay in the end zone for a touchback.
Well, Coach Patterson started off as a defensive coordinator. Now he's in charge of the whole thing. Let's take a look at some of the emotions he's going through. First of all, we'll take him here. He does a nice job here. Kirk, you guys watch this one. Does a nice job of clapping coming up. Beep, 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 beep. Did a nice job. We'll show you that one in a second.
Anybody who can clap is all right.
I mean, you know, he's clapping like a head coach. You know, it takes
a new clap, right?
It's a new clap. I'll show it to you in a second.
I need to see that.
We're building to a big moment here. 1st and 10 now for TCU from the 20. We had a great pace going to the game earlier. Some penalties and timeouts have slowed it down, but I think it's going to pick up with the TCU running attack. There is Tomlinson. No room to roam. Rod Davis on the tackle. 1-yard gain.
As we advertise, we're going to take a look at Coach Patterson. Well, watch the head coach. See that? A little smile, a head coach.
What's a smile? Is
That's
a smile key?
Now, there's a, hey, he's giving it a Seminole chop. Florida State. He's in the Florida State, and there he goes. Man, this is a tough way to make a living.
What's that? Is it just a...
The smile. The smile and clap is the head coach. Coordinators clap and they go. And then he gave it the Seminole chop, let him know who he's picking in the championship game.
2nd and 9 with LaTerrence Dunbar, the sophomore, in motion. Sophomore quarterback Printers to the air. Deflected and intercepted by Roy McGee, who's knocked down at the 15-yard line. They've taken 1 turnover the distance. This one puts them in the red zone. Delroy Stewart up front.
Stewart gets his hand on his football, deflects it right into the hands of McGee. And we talked about this before. Southern Miss could pick up some momentum. The only way they're going to be able to win this game is coming up with interceptions and block kicks and trying to win the game with defense, giving their offense the short field. And here in the first possession, Southern Miss takes over at the 15.
Here's Kelly to Kelby Nance. The running back gains about 6 to the 9-yard line.
Let's go back to the offensive strategy. They come out of the dressing room, they said, let's give it to LT. They give it to him once, throw it to the second time. Anytime you got a great running back, you got to give it to him and give it to him and give it to him. You got to, Kirk, because he gets used to running. Then he can put the pressure on Printers to make a big play, and now they're in trouble.
Again, Mike Schultz, first game calling the plays. Dennis Francione was the play caller as a head coach. 4 for a first down. 9 for a go-ahead score for Southern Miss. Kelly inside. Touchdown, Leroy Handy. First time tonight, the Golden Eagles on top. Montana on to add the extra point. He's missed a couple of field goals tonight. No problem with the PAT. Broken scapula kept Handy out the last month of the season, but the sophomore from Mississippi comes up with his third touchdown of the year. Hey, Southern Miss, he's your handyman. School that can count Jimmy Buffett as one of their alums. Leads by a touchdown.
More wings? No way he'll be in first thing tomorrow.
Only Alka-Seltzer relieves your upset stomach, heartburn, indigestion, and headaches, so you're good to go in the morning.
You're late.
Alka-Seltzer brings you back.
Do you have the code? The ultimate code of seduction. The Armani Code. The Dragons for Men by Giorgio Armani.
At Dillard's.
If you've got over $10,000 in credit card debt and you can't ever see breaking free, then call J. Warren Financial and do it now. Being in over your head is a vicious cycle. J. Warren Financial will work on your behalf to get you out of debt and back on track. This is not bankruptcy. We fight for you using our proven experience and the insider programs that credit card companies try to hide. If you owe at least $10,000 to the credit card companies, you owe it to yourself to call J. Warren Financial at
800-617-5971.
Sunday mornings, wake up to one more great college football game. The ESPN Game of the Week on ESPN Classic.
He's got great speed. Touchdown.
Here's the play. First National Powers Battle on ESPN and ABC. Then ESPN Classic takes the best game and re-airs at 9 a.m. Sunday morning. Top teams, key rivalries, awesome college football. The ESPN College Football Game of the Week, 9 a.m. Sundays on ESPN Classic.
Here we go.
Want strong abs and a tight, sexy midsection? Hard work pays off eventually, but smart work pays too. With System Abs from Slender Tone. It's a different kind of ab toning system, cleared by the FDA to strengthen, firm, and tone your abs.
Everybody wants great abs, and with the Slender Tone, it's going to give you the tight waist that you really want.
System Abs breakthrough EMS technology contracts all your abdominal muscles up to 150 times per session for tighter, more toned abs. It really works. Call now or go to SlenderToneSystem.tv and try System Abs for 30 days risk-free for just $14.95. If your abs don't feel tighter and more toned, send it back and we'll return your trial price of $14.95. Call now and shipping is free.
Share it, work it.
Ask how to swap the System Abs controller to Power System Mini, the easiest bottom toner yet. With System Abs by Slender Tone, strong, sexy abs are just the beginning. Call now.
Well, let's see if the top kickoff return man in the nation can do something here. Terrence Dunbar, 33.7 an average, 2 touchdown returns on the season. Will not get his hands on it here. Cedric James instead, with room to run on the near side. They've got an angle on him and take him out of bounds at the 45, but an excellent 41-yard kick return by James. Cedric, the senior, who was yapping a little bit earlier, comes up with this nice return. Let's go along for the ride with the senior from Kendale, Texas, with our cable cam.
He gets some good blocks here, Mike and Lee, but really that's just speed. Once he got to the outside, he just turned it on the afterburners and almost caught the corner.
I'll tell you how fast he was. He outran the cable cam. I was watching him. That cable cam was trying to keep up with him.
Right in front of him.
Wow! He took off running right past him, didn't he?
Cable cam had good closing speed,
I
though.
mean, it did.
Yes. First and 10, TCU. Excellent field position at the Southern Miss 45. Option.
Look at Scott from behind.
Printers gets about Oh, 5 yards. He's marked down at the 40. Able to dance the sideline there. The touchdown put Southern Miss up 7 to Leroy Handy.
Well, they went to an empty set. 5 wide receivers are in the lineup right here. This is backyard football. Watch, freeze it right there. Always wanted to say that. Leroy Handy right here. He's going to set the corner up, and once he does that, Charlie Owens is beat. Ball is perfectly thrown. It's a timing route, and the quarterback, Jeff Kelly, put the ball away from the defender for the touchdown.
Let me use that freezer.
2nd and 4. After the pickup officially of 6, Terran Williams in motion. George Lane the carry. And Lane gets it close to the first down. And he's got it at the Southern Miss 34.
You know, this is a game for George Lane to kind of show his abilities and springboard him into next season, because he's going to be a back that's going to be able to pick up some yards. He's been a blocker most of this year, but tonight he's catching the ball out of the backfield. He's getting some valuable carries. Thing Lee, you mentioned about LaDainian Thompson, he always seems to fall forward. The same thing can be said about George Lane. He always seems to be falling forward. 6 carries tonight, 25 yards. He also has 3 catches tonight.
Printers looking for Dunbar. Overthrew him, similar to what Kirk talked about in the first half.
And that's been a strength of Casey Printers this year, the deep ball. He's been pretty effective and pretty accurate with his deep ball. Tonight, that's not been the case. He's had some open people for touchdowns.
Exactly. And that's the 2nd time in that same situation they went deep on 1st down. And what that does do now, after it's incomplete, is it causes a problem with play calling. Now, number 3 gets a good jump on the ball and moves forward. LaTerrence Dunbar, but the point is now it's only 2nd down and 10. They've only got to make 5 yards a carry. They should have tried to run the ball, Kirk, and get that guy Tomlinson in it.
You could throw with the corner off by 15 yards. You could throw a curl route too out there, Lee.
Printers is necktie. Wanted a face mask, but no flag came down.
Here's my guy, Cedric Scott, making a few plays there.
One of the key things about the option that is not good for Tomlinson is the defense dictates who runs the football. Now, the Southern Mississippi defense has already indicated they're not going to let them pitch the ball to Tomlinson. If you want to give the ball to Tomlinson, offensive coordinator, hand it to him. Hand it to him, sweetheart, because they're not going to let you pitch it to him.
It's a good point, Lee. You can scheme away the option.
Thank you very much.
And decide who will be the man to carry the load.
And it's not going to be that guy.
3rd and 15. They need to get down to the 24. Printers has a receiver in Dunbar. Got him for the first down at the
11. The corners are playing very soft, and they're on 3rd and 15. Obviously, they're going to be. Barnes is going to come over and make the play, but he has plenty of room. Look how he turns Barnes around with the route. Dunbar went to the post and then cut to the outside, and the ball is perfectly thrown to the outside for the first down.
That's the 2nd time Printers has thrown the ball better going to his left by squaring his shoulders than by throwing the ball on the right. A right-handed quarterback usually doesn't do that well.
After a pickup of 26, here's LT. Tomlinson thought about bouncing it to the outside, got out to the 7-yard line. A solid first down pickup.
Now remember, they have scored getting to inside the red zone 44 out of 45 times. Right?
Yep.
That's either touchdowns or field goals. Now, if they give the ball to Tomlinson enough, he's going to break a tackle and get in here.
Tomlinson scored 22 touchdowns during the regular season. 2 a game. Tomlinson bouncing left, looking for room. All he sees are gold and black Southern Miss shirts. They say they've got the ball as they come out of the pile with it. Rory McGee had his hands on it.
With TCU going to 2 tight ends, 1 wide receiver. Right here, there's 1 cornerback outside of the boxed area. There are 10 defenders in here. And Lee, I agree with you. Get the ball to LaDainian Tomlinson. But he could be the best back in college football this year, but even the best back can't break 6 and 7 defenders tackle.
Agreed.
3rd and 5. First down away to the 2. Option. This time it is Tomlinson. This time it is a touchdown. Right.
Casey Printers comes down the line of scrimmage. Now, Southern Mississippi has taken away the quarterback only this time, and it cost them a touchdown. They should have made the quarterback run the ball into that inside pursuit, Kirk, and it would have been a lot better off.
You're right about that. And the receiver downfield to the play side, the near side, Cedric James locked up on his cornerback and didn't allow him to get off. And by doing that, once he caught the pitch, it was an easy touchdown.
Chris Kalaki on for the extra point. Out of the Mashobel hole. Blow the foghorn. Tie game at 14.
Lee, you mentioned it. Interesting that Southern Miss decided this time to crash Printers. They've been playing cat and mouse with him, forcing him to keep it there. Scott makes him pitch the ball. Once he pitches it to the outside, LaDainian's out there all by himself, gets to block downfield by Cedric James. And that's what you like to see by your receivers. They know when they have to block, and they know with LaDainian Tomlinson behind him, if they can hold on, that LT will take it into the end zone.
Fantastic. Quality. Wow.
Thanks to Bose technology, it is now possible to have, for the first time, the same noise reduction benefits in on-ear headphones as we have achieved in the award-winning Quiet Comfort 2 around-ear headphones. And now you can choose your preferred style and get the same performance either way. QC2 around-ear headphones or QC3 on-ear headphones. Wear Quiet Comfort headphones when you fly to experience less noise at the flick of a switch. Create your own private sanctuary. To relax. To better concentrate on your work. To listen to your favorite music. Or to enjoy the movie as never before. Quiet Comfort headphones were originally designed to be used in planes, but you'll appreciate these other uses owners tell us about. Use them for less distraction at work or when you hit the books. Use them to unwind at home, to soothe the tension of a hectic day, or to let your music take you away to your own private space.
I'll just put them on and it tends to just make the surroundings go away.
It's extremely comfortable.
Absolute true sound. Ah, peace.
Remember that QC2 headphones fit around your ears, and QC3 headphones fit on your ears. Both use exclusive Bose technologies for a combination of noise reduction, audio quality, and comfortable fit you can't get elsewhere. Both styles offer the same acclaimed level of performance. Purchase any Quiet Comfort headphones by January 31st, 2008, and receive $50 towards select Bose products purchased at the same time. Order Quiet Comfort headphones today and hear the difference Bose technology makes.
When the biggest names in sports go one-on-one with the best reporters in the business,
I consider myself brutally honest.
you'll see what really makes them tick. 60 Minutes on Classic, a brand new season. Fridays 10 Eastern on ESPN Classic.
Tonight on ESPN Classic, at 8, Norris versus Miller, a title bout from 98. At 9, a classic fight from 52, as Marciano battles Walcott. And at 10, 60 Minutes on Classic with John Daly, the good old boy of golf. It's all tonight on ESPN Classic.
It's halfway through the third quarter with TCU and Southern Mississippi all tied at 14. As we pick up the action, TCU has the ball on their own 32-yard line, first down and 10, after a missed Southern Mississippi field goal right here on ESPN Classic.
Well, Brant Hanna is struggling thus far here this evening. 49 yards was a long kick, but it's not missing from 49 just because it's slightly offline. The kicks are barely getting above sea level here in the Gulf and Mobile. And Southern Miss has certainly got a field goal kicker without confidence, which is important in a close game. Tied at 14, the first bowl game of the season. Number 5, LaDainian Tomlinson. Oh, dropped the ball there. It looked like confusion if it was going to be either a play action pass. There was nobody out in the route. So it had to be a run, right?
Yeah, I think that was a mix-up. I think LT was thinking play-action pass. It looked like, because it looked like he was kind of carrying out a fake. Let's see, you watch his hands. Yeah, I think he's thinking play-action fake. And then he realizes the ball's on the ground. Lucky he's able to get back there and recover that.
Well, you brought up the stat at the beginning of the show that how many was it? One fumble and
369 carries.
One lost fumble.
My friend, that was a mistake of the call.
2nd and 15 after losing 5. This time he's got it. Running with determination to the 40-yard line.
That is his 20th carry of the game tonight, and typically at this point, this is where LT starts to take off. You can tell if you look at the carries, as he gets to about the 21st carry, he's almost averaging 7 yards per carry. So his next time he carries the football will be number 21. So if he can continue the way he's played all year, this is where he should really start to warm up.
That run of 13 was his longest of the night. 37th time this year he's run for more than 13 yards. He's only caught 10 passes. He's out and around here, but on the other side, Kevin Brown took it over midfield for a TCU 11-yard first down.
The reason why that play worked is they put Tomlinson in motion and drove the secondary towards him and hit a nice little quick post on the other side. I like the way Printers threw this ball because he threw with authority, and that's very good. Now, number 85 made a good play on it because he caught the ball, Kevin Brown, with his hands and then snuggle into it because he's going to get hit real quick.
1st and 10. TCU looking for a go-ahead drive here. Option Tomlinson. Nowhere to run. Leo Barnes, who had a 50-yard interception for touchdown earlier, forced him out of bounds. January 3rd, the Bowl Championship Series title game. The FedEx Orange Bowl, #1 Oklahoma, BCS #2 Florida State. Brad Nessler, Bob Greasy, Lynn Swan will bring it to you January 3rd in primetime on ABC, your home for the Bowl Championship Series. Lee Kirk and Chris will be there all weekend.
It took Josh Heupel 12 games to finally let his guard down and put it, relax and have some fun.
Yeah.
And
That's a great shot.
It's seen everywhere.
That's a great shot.
And he did it for 2 seconds, too.
Printers is pumping. Now looking deep and on a route. Dunbar got behind the secondary, but they recovered nicely.
Dunbar has that kind of speed where you just want to get rid of the football as a quarterback as quickly as possible, throw it as high in the air and as far down the field as possible. Look at this speed. I mean, you can just tell that he can go. And if the ball has been able to throw to the outside, he probably would have had a little bit of a better chance at least to fight for it.
Eric Pruitt, the defensive back, made a very, very good reaction play to that. That wasn't his man. He saw him going wide. That's why he got back there, knocked that play down.
Got it, Lee. Saved that play. 3rd and 10. They've been terrific on 3rd down tonight. 7 of 10. Printers using Brown again for the first down. Kevin Brown has come up with a couple of big catches on this drive for first downs. That's his 3rd catch of the game. And here's Jerry Punch.
Well, TCU beginning to move the football, guys, and one of the reasons may be that big defensive tackle for Southern Miss, DeQuincy Scott, out for the rest of the night. I spoke to Doug Rouse a moment ago, team orthopedic surgeon DeQuincy, a non-displaced fracture of his right ulna, right at the elbow. There's DeQuincy Scott, the big 265-pound defensive tackle, out for the night, non-displaced, broken arm at the right elbow.
Okay, Jerry, they have some depth up there, but they'll certainly miss Scott. Option Tomlinson left. Room. LT in the clear. Balladini and Tomlinson hung on to the ball and scores.
Okay.
LT over 100 yards. Chris Kalaki on for the extra point. Gets that one through there. Boy, they're getting a push up the middle, both sides.
The #1 car information website, Edmunds.com, presented Mazda with a little problem. They named not one, but 5 different Mazdas to their editor's most wanted list. So how do you put all 5 on a pedestal? With one great event. Announcing Mazda's most wanted sales event. Don't miss 0.0% APR financing on the 08 Mazda 3, Mazda 6, CX-7, and CX-9. Learn about all the most wanted Mazdas at Mazda.Edmunds.com. Hurry, this year-end event ends January 2nd.
Do-it-yourselfers who love tools use Duralast. Tools forged with longer shanks for extra leverage. Tools precision engineered to exceed the need and make the toughest jobs easier. Plus, a serious lifetime warranty. So give them Duralast tools or give them an AutoZone gift card. Both perfect gift ideas, only at AutoZone.
If you have diabetes, then you know what this is. It's your lifeline. Luckily for us, these new meters are more accurate, they're easier to use, and the best news is you don't have to prick your fingers anymore. Access Diabetic Supply will send you one of these new meters, no charge. And if you have Medicare or private insurance, your testing supplies may also be covered. Call Access now to see if you qualify. They bill Medicare or your insurance company directly. There are no upfront costs, and they deliver your supplies right to your door for free. Call now and find out why thousands of people choose Access.
For more information, call 800-823-7117. Operators are standing by.
Access is America's choice for diabetic supplies. Call Access today. You'll be glad you did.
Get ready for Christmas basketball on ABC with ESPN Classic's Christmas event. ESPN Classic is gift wrapping 4 classic NBA games on the day before Christmas. There'll be magic in the air, as well as Shaq, LeBron, Kobe, KJ, and of course, a little Christmas morning. Monday, 4 classic NBA games starting at noon on ESPN Classic. And don't forget, ABC is your NBA destination for a Christmas Day doubleheader.
Jeff Kelly in the offense. Back to it for Southern Miss from their own 23, trailing by 7. Looking to get a receiver deep, and a man broke wide open, but he was sacked. Oh. John Turntine gets his 2nd sack of the season. A receiver broke absolutely free.
Kenneth Johnson.
Oh, my goodness. Here's the breakdown on Bowl Week. You'll see teams from every conference, 6 conference champs. Don Nealon and George Welsh, retiring head coaches, we'll see in their finale. South Carolina, Northwestern, dream seasons. Will they come to an end successfully? And you'll see the Huskers, the Buckeyes, and we'll see the Longhorns of Texas in the Holiday Bowl. After a loss of 5 on the sack, Kelly under duress again, turns it upfield. Got to the 30-yard line. It's going to be 4 short of a first down. 3rd and a long 3 coming up. Again, that defensive rotation. Turntine hasn't seen much of the field in the first half.
Is this 3rd and 3 or is it 3rd and 4? I mean, this is a
you have a problem at the upper part of the screen.
Yeah, the top part of the screen there. where Mike Schultz says his first game as a play caller really gets tested because he's
because they threw the ball.
ESPN in the air. Monday, 4 classic NBA games starting at noon on ESPN Classic. And don't forget, ABC is your NBA destination for a Christmas Day doubleheader.
The phone company has an important message for its customers. Don't listen to Vonage.
Well, over 2 million people have already switched to Vonage.
Oh, really?
With Vonage, you get unlimited local and long-distance calls for just $24.99 a month.
Unlimited for just $24.99?
What do you charge?
Hey, for over 100 years, the only thing we've changed is...
Your prices?
Whoa.
Sign up now with Vonage and get 1 month free using your high-speed internet connection.
Call 1-800-425-4159 or go online today.
My name is Kelly Alexander, and I won the DirecTV Home Free Sweepstakes.
We were moving from LA to Virginia.
And now DirecTV is paying our rent for an entire year. All we had to do was call Movers Connection before we moved, and they took care of everything else.
We literally just unplugged the receiver, grabbed the remote, and that was it.
And it was completely free and really easy.
Call DirecTV prior to your move, and you could be living rent or mortgage free for an entire year.
I do miss the LA weather.
But we never miss writing that rent check. Yeah, we won. Woo!
Tie football game with 5.5 to go. Kelby Nance, a first down run out of bounds. But a very good pickup out to the 46-yard line. 2nd and 3 coming up. Without Derek Nix for the second half of this season, Southern Miss's running game stuttered at times, but it's been good tonight. Against Gary Patterson's defense, Southern Miss has run for 128 yards. TCU only gave up 85 per game. Second and 2. Nance will move the chains forward with a first down. TCU representing conference, the WAC, I should say, tonight for the final time in football. Next year, both of these schools will be in Conference USA, and they will meet in the regular season. Southern Miss.
Conference USA is looking to expand. It looks like either they're going to go to a 12 team, either the United States Naval Academy or the University of Central Florida. So if they go to 12 teams, then they can have that championship game and have 2 divisions, which I think is a tremendous idea for Conference USA.
Mike Slive, the commissioner's done an outstanding job. We'll be seeing more of Conference USA on ESPN. Very good teams in this league as well. Kelby Nance across midfield into the 48-yard line. Chris Selfo and Tulane come to mind. You have Memphis with Tommy West taking over there now as the head coach. UAB, some very good defenses in this league. Louisville, conference champions this year, one of the half-dozen bowl-eligible teams. 4 teams in the top 15 NCAA total defense. And the cynic would say that means the offenses are bad. They've gone out of conference and played people like Alabama and Tennessee. 2nd and 8. Back to the other side. The tight end is open. Bobby Garner. Pushed out of bounds at the 25-yard line. First down and momentum for Southern Miss. 23 on that play. Chad Bear got fooled.
That was just a simple delay. The thing that Bobby Gardner does is he lines up on the right side, acts like he's doing a little bit of a chip block to help seal the end, and then slips out into the backside. Kind of reminded me of an old Syracuse play down inside when they used to get inside the red zone.
Inside the 20.
Love to go to that delayed tight end.
Freeze option to the right, tight end to the other side. Now they're looking downfield. Kelly saw one receiver get covered, put his head down, got across the 20. Ball was down on the ground when it came out. They're getting first down yardage here in good chunks.
I would recommend strongly trying to score a touchdown.
Why is that, sir?
Grant Hanna has not done very well.
He's had a rough
but you know what? Poetic justice. Mark this down. Mark it down.
Season.
The last game, bowl game, he hasn't kicked one 3 feet yet. He's going to make one. He's going to make one to win the game.
Lee, there's his problem. He warms up without his helmet on.
Well, plus he has no room to warm up.
Let's help the guy here. 2 and 4. Nance got to the 15. A good hit for the first down. For the senior Kelby Nance.
Speaking of Grant Hanna, Our people bring you a package. Here it comes. You ready?
Strapping. Here we
watch
go.
This one. Andy. Let's go another one.
That one
Wait, watch this
up
one.
in the air.
Adu. And here's the other one. Andy. And watch what. No. Well, watch it. The guy, Brent Hanna, is going to kick a field goal to
He
win
may
this
not
game.
have to, the way this offense is moving the ball right now.
No, they're going to stop him. He's going to have to kick a field goal to win it.
It's all right.
All right.
He'll be ready.
He'll be ready.
Nance gains about nothing on that carry inside the 3-minute mark. What a night for Kelby Nance, guys. 104 yards, reconstructive knee surgery. Took him out a couple of years ago, sitting behind a man who gained 1,000 yards in his last 2 seasons, Derek Nix, sitting behind Dwayne Woods, who gained 7,000 yards in his high school career. This guy thought his career was done. Nix out for the season. Woods an ankle injury. Nance gains 90-plus yards in the last regular season game. 100 in his final college game tonight.
Great way for Nance to go out, but don't forget about that offensive line. They have played exceptionally well, especially considering that's been an Achilles heel for this offense all year. They have stepped up tonight.
Just a yard there, and now 3rd and long. TCU using a timeout to retain some time for the offense, and 2:20 to go.
This is when I was talking about strategy and tactics. Now, Coach Patterson has to start making decisions as a head coach for the first time. Jeff Bowers has made them. He hasn't. Let's see what happens here in the clutch. Interesting, isn't it?
It's alive inside. Please drink responsibly.
Looking for the perfect gift? Check out the Craftsman Digital Level. Accurate within 1/10 of a degree. Precise guidance you can count on. And the display flips when turned so you can easily get a read. The 10-inch Craftsman Digital Level, now on sale, save $15. Plus, the compact Torpedo, 24 and 48-inch digital levels are also on sale. And for Craftsman innovation that goes the distance, there's the AccuTrack laser measuring tool. Pinpoint laser technology ensures spot-on measurements even at 150 feet. Calculate area, volume, or convert measurements with a simple push of a button. No tape measure can do that. The AccuTrack laser measuring tool, on sale, save $20. Head to Sears or shop Sears.com and get free shipping on these Craftsman tools. There's a craftsman in all of us. Don't just give a gift, grant a wish.
I've always wanted to have a pool. To me, that was my dream.
If you've ever dreamed of the perfect swim, or exercise, fun with your family, or relaxation at the end of the day, order a free DVD or video to learn more about the endless pool. Your personal pool at home.
Nice and small, compact.
A regular pool, first of all, you have turns that you have to concentrate on. Here, it's endless. You're swimming in place, which is a great opportunity to be able to work on your stroke technique.
It's in your basement. Run downstairs, turn it on, you're there. It's like having a treadmill in your basement.
You know, I'll come downstairs and there'll be sometimes 7 or 8 kids in the pool, and they're always grabbing onto the bar, cranking it all the way up.
Indoors or outside.
Call 800-319-9716 or visit our website for a free DVD.
Monday, at a special Christmas Eve start time, Jay Cutler and the Broncos take on LT as he leads the Chargers in their fight for playoff position. ESPN Monday Night Football. Broncos-Chargers at 8 Eastern.
Sunday mornings, wake up to one more great college football game. The ESPN Game of the Week on ESPN Classic.
He's got great speed. Touchdown.
Here's the play. First National Powers Battle on ESPN and ABC. Then ESPN Classic takes the best game and re-airs at 9 a.m. Sunday morning. Top teams, key rivalries, awesome college football. The ESPN College Football Game of the Week, 9 a.m. Sundays on ESPN Classic.
LaDainian Tomlinson staying warm on the sideline. They want to see him run it, not throw it. He was sacked trying to throw his only pass against Arkansas State this year, but he just wants to get his hands back on the ball. He's had a good night, playing the best defense he's played in the last 2 years. Got 100 yards. Third down, they show tight formation.
Look at a special.
Wrinkle time.
Look out. Watch out.
It's a legal play if enough players are on the line of scrimmage.
You know what they did?
They try to get TCU to flinch.
Exactly. They didn't blink, and it's timeout.
So Southern Miss has 2 timeouts left. TCU none. Gary Patterson one side, and the other side Jeff Bauer. Both coaches who took over their team for the first time as a head coach in bowl games. Bauer in '90 here at Southern Miss. Patterson here tonight. And as soon as that play happened, Lee, you yelled special. That's one of those things, one of the special plays you put in for each game each week.
What you try to do is just maybe get a tricky play like punt Ruski from Florida State. Usually it doesn't work, but I tell you what I've been impressed with is both teams have not given up tonight.
Right. They're fighting on both sides, and it's one of those games where I think TCU was tested early to find out how they would step up to a challenge, because let's face it, for the most part they've been able to go through their schedule and dominate games, especially on the offensive side of the ball. Tonight that has not been the case, and they've continued to fight, and Southern Miss got a break with the pass interference call, and they've capitalized on that. So both teams continue to fight throughout this entire game.
It's been an exciting bowl game, and for the second year of this GMAC Mobile, Alabama Bowl. It's certainly a bowl that has found a niche for itself with an affiliation with Conference USA, and getting a player like Tomlinson, 4th in the Heisman, top running back in the country this year. Deuce McAllister would have challenged him for that, but McAllister at Ole Miss, the road a few hours in Oxford, was injured. So the fans have driven the 97 miles from Hattiesburg. Keeping warm. From here, it would be a 31-yard field goal attempt. They'd like to get the first down. 4 receivers, blitz coming. Incomplete. Danny Fowler laid out. Couldn't get there, and so it falls on the shoulders of Brant Hanna.
Can I give you some stats?
Go get him, Lee. Get him. Empty it out, Coach.
Hanna, before tonight, was 12 for 18, which is not bad.
Good.
He's hit 0 for 3. He hasn't kicked one over the center's head yet.
Sophomore year, he kicked the game-winning field goal against Louisville with 1:07 left to win the conference title and send this team to the Liberty Bowl. This might be a game winner. There's still a lot of time left. From 31, no good!
I'd say nothing.
Oh.
Well, all I can tell you is that...
This reminds me of your golf game.
No.
This is your golf game.
I'll guarantee you one thing. Tiger Woods doesn't take this much of a divot any time in a game. Watch him. He hits the left foot. Plant foot is good.
Now, be careful here.
Now be careful.
Lots coming
right
up here.
There. And that, I told you he wouldn't get over the center's head. He almost hit the center in the butt, which would have been the lowest.
Gary Patterson, no, he lives to see a chance to win the game. And LaDainian Tomlinson and company get back on the field. 80 yards to go. It comes out to the 20 because the line of scrimmage is the 15. There's a run for the fullback lane. 7 to the 27. Inside of 2 minutes for the next snap. TCU out of timeouts, but not out of hope after LT saw the field goal come up low. They got one more chance, maybe the last time he's coming onto the field for a drive in his college career.
Not so fast, my friend. He'll be back for overtime.
I said maybe.
Well, Hanna's got to get his head out.
They will not score in 137, but they're going to overtime.
Not so fast. The 26. LT can break a big one at any moment. Popped outside. Dale Roy Stewart made the tackle. Third down coming up. And again, TCU's inability to stop the clock could send us to the third overtime in a bowl game.
Really?
Yeah, last year we had a couple. The Outback Bowl with Georgia and Purdue on New Year's morning on ESPN. And then well after midnight, the FedEx Orange Bowl, Michigan and Alabama in that great one. One at the end on a Wolverine field goal, believed by Hayden Epstein, 35-34 over Alabama.
You see, TCU is actually playing to go to overtime.
Got to get a first down here, 3rd and 1. Didn't get the playoff, delay a game.
That'll hurt you a little bit. That'll test you as a head coach.
And Southern Mississippi has almost blocked all the punts.
That's what I was thinking.
He's
right
thinking the same
before
thing.
3rd and 1.
Delay of game.
That might be
5 yards. The down remains 3rd. Please reset the clock to 49. 4-9.
The microphone has finally started working for the referee tonight.
Make some noise. There's only 44 seconds left in the game.
Cheerleaders are staying fired up down here for Southern Miss.
Just trying to stay warm.
That's it. Get them going.
That's it. What's that UCLA
Every man,
guy?
woman, and child. Get up. We need you here.
UCLA, remember that one?
UCLA, they only cheer on 3rd down. They only pull for the fans on 3rd down out there.
You think we're kidding you?
No, we're serious.
No,
we're serious.
Very serious.
I don't doubt Herb Street when it comes to
And out
cheerleading.
there,
A guy in an old varsity leather sweater. He's out there and he's getting them all excited. Not yet.
Not yet.
Not yet. Don't you dare. Not yet. Now. Yay. They get up and they get excited.
AARP guy, too.
3rd down now. They send Tomlinson in motion. Will it be a decoy again, or will they try to go to him? They're looking for Tomlinson. No chance. It was well covered. They didn't fool anybody. Punting time. 42 seconds left. Lee, do you set up a return? Do you go after the kick?
I go after the punt. In fact, I try to block it. If I didn't get him, I try to rough it. What's the difference? I definitely, absolutely 100% would send everybody.
Let's get Brant Hanna out there and give him a 5th try. See what he can do here before the end of regulation.
Jeff Bauer's team
wasn't nice.
I'm saying he's got a shot.
Jeff Bauer's team has played great defense. There's Hanna, the kicker.
He needs one more chance, and he can win this game.
Well, it's a freshman walk-on kicker now, John Brazil, with the temperature below 32. Barefoot kicker for his 6th try of the night.
Here they come. What I tell you,
almost got there. They got a piece of it, actually, and they're going to get the ball in great field position. It's going to be marked down at the 42 of TCU. Are you kidding me?
I'll say one thing. Bowl game or not, this is the worst exhibition of special teams kicking I've ever seen in all my life.
Ettrick Pruitt made the play.
The worst? Everybody's nodding yes. It's the worst.
Brazil, it's not his fault. This man comes virtually clean, and Ettrick Pruitt gets a piece of the ball.
Southern Miss still has 2 timeouts, and they need to do anything they can to get his psyche up. He still has his head down, listening to the coach.
Well, is he going to warm up? No, they're warming up the other kicker. Curtis Jones, a junior from Greenwood, Mississippi, who hasn't kicked at all, but they need to get range for Jones. Final 33, the pressure's on Kelly, the quarterback, tries a long one. Incomplete. For Leroy Handy.
This has turned into a sensational ending, hasn't it?
Exciting.
Curtis Jones will get one of those opportunities that you don't get very often. You haven't done anything all year. Come on out and get a chance for a game-winning field goal. Jones was so impactful this year as you look at Tomlinson, the nation's leading rusher. This game might be decided by a man who didn't even make the postseason media guy, Curtis Jones. They have to get in field goal range, though. Kelly needs about 20. Almost to an interception. It was intended for Sean Mills. Greg Walls was right there.
I'll tell you what I would do right now. I would guarantee you, I'd block everybody on the team, and I'd send number 82, Leroy Handy down the field and let him jump up and catch it. That kid has made 2 tremendous plays for them in this ballgame, hasn't he, Kurt?
He has, and you know, even throwing a curl route, because he has the speed to break a tackle, and he can pick up 20 or 30 yards.
Throw the ball to number 82, Leroy Handy.
Needing 10 for the first down. It's 3rd down. Kelly is flushed. He's going to try to run for it. He's still going. He's got the first down. At the 28, they have timeouts and will take one, although the clock should have stopped 2 seconds earlier. Timeout is called with 10 seconds left, and has Curtis Jones, a former junior college player at Holmes Community College, feeling right now.
Jeff Kelly doesn't have blazing speed, but he has great intelligence, great savvy. Look at him sit back into this pocket right away. He feels the pressure. And once he steps up into the inside, now it's just a matter of trying to avoid not only the rush, but the oncoming traffic of the safeties and linebackers. And that carry right there maybe put him in field goal range.
Great 15-yarder for this young man who grew up going to games in Tuscaloosa, watching Alabama, playing the Crimson Tide this year, hyperextended his knee in the first quarter, stayed in the game, didn't miss a snap, and a guy who grew up a big fan of Jay Parker for the role model that the Alabama quarterback was on and off the field, had the biggest win of his career. An Alabama kid took Southern Miss into Tuscaloosa and beat the Crimson Tide.
Wasn't he the highest-ranked finance major in the state of Mississippi?
In the entire state, all college students in the state, second-team academic All-American, 4.0 GPA.
Graduated in 3 years, and he grew up, you mentioned, in Alabama. In fact, only 30 minutes from here in Mobile, just north of town. So this is a big moment for him, and that was really a big play. They put 4 seconds back on the clock to give him now 14 seconds.
The key thing here is that he has 1 timeout left, so he can throw the ball any place he wants.
I'll tell you what, with the way their kicking has been tonight, they need at least 10 more yards.
How do you know? Curtis Jones hasn't kicked all year.
I watched him warm up. 10 more yards.
5 receivers. Down the middle for the end zone. Touchdown! Kenneth Johnson! Incredible! For the extra point. He made it. Kenneth Johnson, the freshman, with a huge touchdown. A true freshman who was clocked with the nation's second best indoor time in the 60 meters his final year of high school. May have given Gary Patterson an emotional loss in his first game.
Jeff Kelly mentioned us that the Alabama game and beating Alabama here was the biggest thrill of his career so far. Well, this one might escalate that. Drops back. He sees Johnson beating the defender, knew exactly what to do with the ball, and watch this. Talk about elation. Talk about, remember, they lost 3 of their last 4 ball games. He stayed positive with that young offensive line. It's gratifying for that young man right there.
And how disheartening for Gary Patterson, who saw his team get in position. They had a lead, and he's the defensive coordinator. TCU hasn't lost leads over the last few years. And if this is the way LaDainian Tomlinson's great college career ends, 6th all-time leading rusher in the history of Division I, how frustrating not to have the ball in his hands with a chance at the end of the game. Just like in their loss to San Jose State, he never carried the ball on their final drive when they were down 27-24. That last drive, he touched it, but they couldn't do anything. 8 seconds left. Remember, they have the nation's top kickoff return man in Terrence Dunbar, but I don't think he's going to see the ball. They pooch it short, and Dunbar was up short. Stanford cow time. They're throwing the ball over the field. It's a live lateral. It's across the field.
Titans and the Bills.
James looking for a miracle. Out of bounds, and the game is over. Southern Miss has won the 2000 GMAC Mobile, Alabama Bowl. Fabulous game in the second year of this bowl game. Jeff Bauer and Gary Patterson meet at midfield. Leroy Handy, the offensive MVP. Leo Barnes, the defensive MVP. The game MVP, LaDainian Tomlinson. Southern Miss's season will end 8-4. TCU 10-2. They are denied an 11-win season, which would have equaled their third best. And the 26 seniors at TCU who have built a program from 1-10 to 10 wins go out with a loss in their final game, but will also carry away from their 4 years in Fort Worth the knowledge that they put a program back on the map. The game was decided from Jeff Kelly to Kenneth Johnson, Kelly's third touchdown pass of the night, with 8 seconds left. For Lee Corso, Kirk Herbstreit, Dr. Jerry Punch, Mike Tirico, thanks for watching this presentation of ESPN, the worldwide leader in sports. For more, log on to ESPN.com, your home for college football on the internet. And we are live on a global